So now the main part. Lot of students come from India, and basically we see a large numbers coming from the Telugu states. I mean, if you see the airports during the time like fall or the time when the classes begin, the Hyderabad airport is filled with students completely. So there are a lot of do's and don'ts which they have to follow in America, and a lot of people, they make mistakes unknowingly, and then in choosing the universities, or there are a lot of things. So what are the do's and don'ts for the students who are entering America?
I'm really happy that you asked me this question. Students' welfare is a priority for the Consulate and for the Government of India. In fact, in the month of February, we issued a elaborative do's and don'ts for the Indian students, and I remember many public spirited people, they also issued videos about what the students were studying in the United States coming from India, what they should do, what they shouldn't do. It was in the context of incidents of unfortunate death cases of Indian students here. That was the context at that point of time. But we have been regularly working with Indian student communities. I personally have visited 18 universities in last 7 months, have met the university authorities, the Indian students associations. Of course, we regularly organize meet and greet, we organize interactions with the students. But broadly speaking, coming to your question, the Indian students who are coming here, they should be mindful of few things. First of all, they should choose the university very carefully, because end of the day education here is expensive, and one should look at the value proposition when you are choosing an university. As you know, education in India is more of a family project, and a student coming to the United States, it's more of a proposition where the entire family is invested. They go through anxiety, they go through emotional issues, and of course there is huge expectation when somebody is coming this far for education. So this is something the students should keep in mind. The challenges that the Indian students have been facing here, because we keep interacting with students, and based upon their experiences, I would say that the challenges they are facing are, many a times they don't know the US rules and regulations. Many a times they find out that the cultural context here is a little different, and it takes little time for them to understand and settle down here. So the good thing is that Indian students here are generally very well respected. When we interact with the universities, university authorities, they appreciate the way Indian students stand out in terms of their good manners, in terms of their focus on education and other constructive activities. But nonetheless, we also come across incidents where we meet students who are in trouble, primarily because they did not know the US regulation, US rules, and that land them in trouble. So my advice would be to when they come here, they should interact with fellow Indian students. They should connect themselves with the Indian community. They should take the assistance that is available from the university, from the local Indian communities, from the Indian students associations, and of course we as a consulate, we are always available. We are in touch with all the students association in the universities. We interact with them to deal with their day-to-day challenges, like some students losing their passport or some students facing some initial challenges. We interact with them. Recently we have opened a portal that is a student portal in the consulate's website, and the student portal has 3 features. First is a list of doctors, psychiatrists who can give free counseling to Indian students who are facing different challenges. The other part of the portal is a list of legal experts, lawyers, who can help them in case they have some questions regarding legal issues. And then the third is a internship portal. So this is a portal where many American companies who are willing to take Indian students as interns. It's not explicitly and specifically for Indian students, but these are the companies who are willing to take interns, and they are ready to consider Indian students internship proposals, and they volunteer to give their name to us, and we have so far about 30 companies who are willing to take Indian students as interns. So that portal also we have put for the Indian students. And we find that the portal has been very useful. We would urge the Indian students to use that portal as well. But coming to the challenges that our students are facing, a major part of that is the visa issues. Mostly after their education, after the visa is exhausted, they face the challenge of getting a visa extension. On that context, we we have been working with Indian students. The government of India has been talking to government of United States on these matters. But I would advise that the students who are coming here for education should keep in mind that not everybody who is coming here has to stay back here. The opportunities in India are as bright and in many cases much better than the opportunities here. And with the skill set that you are acquiring here as an Indian student in an American university, going back to India, you will be probably getting much better scope to prove your leadership in different walks of life. So there should be no hesitation to go back to India if you are not having an opportunity to stay back here. So that should be the mindset of our students, that if you get leadership position here, please stay back by all means. But if it is not happening, one should actually be looking forward to go back to India because the opportunities there are probably much better than the opportunities that would be available here. So broadly speaking, like I said, the Indian community, Indian students community, it's as you know, is the biggest cohort of international students now.
Right.
Going by the statistics, we have 354,000 Indian students. That's the single largest international cohort of international students in this country. And with this rise in Indian students numbers, the challenges are coming to the forefront more in number.
Sure. So